So the last segment of the video is we're going to cover the outputs. So what we're going to do is, let's say the LEDs, so let's duplicate that. So what you can see is I'm keeping my tethered stuff over here on the left. So I'm just going to write a comment up here, which is going to be compiled input test. Okay, great. So what I'm going to do now is, so let's make all of them on red, and we shall wait for 1 second, and let's duplicate that. So let's make them go to red, green, blue, say for instance. So I'm going to turn those off, and then I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to turn this one on. So they'll go red, green, blue. So that will be a test for the LEDs. We've already tested the screen in this input test. So we've tested one of the outputs being the screen in the input test. And we've sort of also tested the LEDs, but we'll do it properly. Okay, so that's going to be the LED test. Now we've basically just got the wheels and the claws. So what we're going to do is, and I might just move that over there because otherwise I'm not going to be able to see. Okay, so let's go up here. So let's, and then we could just turn them off. So I'll go red, green, blue, then turn them off. Okay, so now what we want the wheels to do is we want to test the polarity. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to issue this what we think will be the normal. We can both make them normal, that's fine, but I would just leave it like that. That's fine. You're expecting one to be reversed, it doesn't really matter, but we could start. Let's leave them both at normal, okay? Then what we want to do is we want to duplicate that, and we could actually issue our offsets first. So if we just set them to 0 and set that to 0, okay, so we're setting our polarities, wheel polarities to normal and normal, and our offsets to 0 and 0. Obviously, if you're doing this a second time, like the second lesson, then you'll already have what they are, and you just leave it in there because you're opening up this file again. And what we could do is we could test the polarity first, which is what we did before. So we'll make the motors go forward for, let's say, 3 seconds, and then what we'll do is we will then stop the left-hand one, stop the right-hand one, so that will check left and right. So going forward, we'll check the polarity. Making one go forward, we'll check whether the left is connected to the left and the right to the right, obviously. Then what we're going to do is check the offsets, which is the stationary, and we'll give them both a 0 command for 3 seconds. So we're checking the polarity, we're checking the left and the right, and we're checking the wheel offsets, which is staying stationary at 0. And if you like, what we can do is we can just put that in that loop there. We're going to put it all in the loop. So let's now, and then after that I would probably turn the wheels off. So now the claws, so let's just go and get the claw command and let's close them both. And we're going to do that for, say, 2 seconds, and then what we're going to do is open them. So it looks like a good bet is to only open them all about 80. So I'm just going to start with 80 and see how that goes. Okay. And then what I want to do after that is I just want to turn the claws off, because it's just is good practice, because it uses electricity, a lot of power, when it's being not actually detached off like that. And then we can just put that in a loop. So let's just put that in a forever loop. And now when I download that, I'm going to just do this, and let's annotate that. So that's going to be output test. So that's going to be compiled output test. Right. Okay, so let's make sure we're connected. Yes, we are. Right click, upload to Arduino, upload. So the LED test. So we've got a polarity issue. The right hand side motor is polarity is back to front, which we know. And we've got an offset issue. Okay. So you could do it that way. It's much better to do this in tethered mode, but this is how you can do it in compiled mode if you wish. I know I've got an offset issue. The right hand side motor the offset needs to be reversed or swapped around to what it is now. And we can see I've got a bit of an offset for the both little ones. So it's much better to do that in tethered mode, but if you want to do it in compiled mode, that's how you do it. Thanks so much for watching.